I'm here today with Ji Ahn Kang. She is a local artist, and she's going to be doing a pop-up at Gather where you can see her beautiful paintings and some of her products, and she's going to show her process. So, Ji Ahn, when did you move to the Raleigh area?
It was literally December almost 30th. So
Okay.
maybe 5 years ago now.
So you were sort of Instagram famous for your cake art, and you wrote a book about it.
Mm-hmm.
And your cake art featured all these really cool piped flowers and all sorts of designs. And now instead of doing cake art, you do that with regular art.
Right.
So what made you decide to go from cakes,
Mm-hmm.
which were obviously beautiful and fun and you had a big following for, to go into a fine art process?
Right. So I really enjoyed decorating cake,
Mm-hmm.
but I found when I was doing almost more than 5-6 years, I found that I just love the decorating part, not the baking part. And I always liked the part that I could make art.
Mm-hmm.
So that part I really enjoyed. Then after I moved, I was what makes me really happy and what could make me fulfilled with my work.
How can you distill what you're doing into the happiest and best
Yeah,
parts?
exactly. So then I was I really loved painting, but then I never finished one single canvas. So I just started to paint at that time, and it was COVID.
Sure.
So I was
we had lots of hobbies,
yeah,
things to distract us.
Yeah. It's just recently I incorporate with the 3D. But
right.
then
So before that, you've been
yeah.
doing all of these art prints.
Mm-hmm.
So these are some of the prints that she has in the shop. You can find in the Gather Goods online shop and in person. And they're all nature-based
Mm-hmm.
and plant-based, which is really cool. Why are you so drawn to nature, do you think?
I think it just gives you a peace in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
I can't just stop looking at, if I'm looking at a flower, I just stare at them for a while. And
yeah, they're meditative, right?
And it gives me a peace in my mind. And I just love absorbing the colors and the features and everything about the nature.
I too am also really inspired by their colors and their textures.
Yeah.
And there's something to, they even say when people talk to their plants and stuff, and when plants are next to one another, they do better than when they're by themselves.
I turn on music for them too.
Yeah. There was one year where I actually took a sabbatical from Gather, and I closed the in-person shops. I had a location in Cary, and then I moved to Raleigh.
Mm-hmm.
And I was in the Raleigh location for a few years, and I got so burnt out that I needed to take a sabbatical. So I had the online shop, but I didn't have the in-person shop. Mm-hmm. And I got a part-time job at a greenhouse, and I ended up working there for 3 or 4 years. But after about a year of working there, then I got re-inspired and sort of felt the interest in continuing, but it was definitely very healing for me, and being around the plants. Did you go to school for fine art?
So I went to design school,
Mm-hmm.
It's called visual communication design, which is graphic design. Mm-hmm. But I'm from Korea, and in Korea, be able to get to the art school, you have to do a lot of trainings.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a lot of paintings before going to art school. They don't give you lots of freedom, mm-hmm. So it's more still life painting or design related painting. But you could either do watercolor or use pastel and acrylic to do the design.
Do you think that discipline has helped you now?
I think so, because I really enjoyed painting detailed stuff. Mm-hmm. I think that really helped me.
Have you seen those teeny tiny little paintings, or that lady who has the paint swatches?
I know.
And then she paints the dog and the thing on it. I love those. Those are really pretty. Yeah. What is inspiring you right now?
I do a lot of floral pipings, mm-hmm. but I want to incorporate with a bee or some creature,
mm-hmm.
birds or something, so I could paint and then add some texture on it.
I did see one of those pieces. Yeah, so that was really cool.
I'm into those.
And you said it sold out immediately.
Yeah. I don't have a lot, but they were selling pretty good.
So you had this background in cake mm-hmm. design, and then you started making these mini cakes, but they're actually on wood, and they're in this a paint textural sealed
heavy
material.
medium.
And she has another one that says "You're enough," which obviously we all need these days. I feel like so cute. Then you also have these pieces that are much larger that are, well, you have these like medium ones and then you have larger ones. So these are these like fine art pieces that you were talking about. So like you have all these dainty details that you used on cake, but then you made it into a more solid piece.
Yes.
So I love this one because it has pansies on it. Pansies are actually really fun because they're edible, right? And so that's kind of brings in both worlds, right? So that's really fun. I like how it also goes around the edges and stuff. It's really neat. It's such an interesting, because it does look like a cake, like you could eat it, but obviously this is not edible.
So in people like tend to like go want straight, to like touch it.
It is, that's what it is. It's very textural. You were speaking about like the meditation of flowers and looking at them, but it does have that sort of like sensory, like obviously it's very dainty and you could break it very easily if you did that. But like gently, it does have a nice, like, it's fun. It's like sort of like those Zen gardens where you rake them. It's got a similar quality where you kind of want to touch it.
Yeah, everybody wants to like touch them, like maybe touch the other magnet.
So these look just like little piped flowers, like on a cake, but you can have it, you know, on your refrigerator for always. So these are also online and in the shop. So we'll be selling these. And then you're going to come in and demo a little bit how you make them.
For the magnets, like I try to make it similar, but all the time, like because I use different colors and different, like I try to make it different. Like
so they're all one of a kind.
Kind of,
yeah. So they basically are all very similar, but they're none of them are the same.
Yeah, even like even for the next batch, it's gonna be a little different.
Do you have a favorite flower?
I love. There's not on here, but I love pansy and I love ranunculus.
Me too. Yeah. This one, you've got like all sorts of different things on it. So you've got poppies or something. Is that a poppy? Is that what that is?
It's a pincushion.
Oh, pincushion flowers.
Like there's another name, but
scabiosa.
Yes.
Yeah.
Scabiosa.
And anemones.
That one is
ranunculus. They look so similar.
Yeah.
So pretty. So we'll have this one up in the shop too, and this is an original piece, and you can buy this, or you can obviously meet Ji Ahn in person. Let's put this piece like right here where you can see it. Ooh la la. So